Easton Archery has been making the Axis line for a number of years now, and in 2013 they launched the Easton Axis Traditional, which was modeled off the legendary look of Douglas Easton's 1920s handmade arrows. The Easton Axis Trad features a vintage wood grain look, but boasts the same performance as the original Axis carbon arrows. The Axis Traditional is slightly heavier, with a brass insert installed to improve front of center weight preferred by some traditional archers. This means that the insert is secured further back, closer to the arrow's center of gravity, giving the arrow better flight characteristics and a deeper target penetration. The Axis Traditional is also a skinny arrow. At 9/16 in diameter, it was made to fly fast, and the carbon nanotube construction is meant to dampen arrow vibration and tighten your groups. I bought these shafts from Three Rivers Archery Supply and fletched them myself with the standard hit inserts and 5-inch shield-cut turkey feathers. They are to replace a dozen gold-tipped carbons that I've been shooting for about a year.
Blew it up, and when I shot it, it went. Always check your arrows.
There are only 3 left. The gold tips were great, but I wanted to try something with a smaller diameter, and the Axis Trads were in my price range. I did learn with the gold tips that the weakest link with a carbon shaft is often the splitting that occurs when the insert is jammed back into the arrow on impact. I thought I would remedy this by adding aluminum collars, which are easy to install and don't add much weight. The arrows look amazing, and paired with some 125 grain field points, these arrows really do pack a punch. These shafts are 340 spine and fly better than any carbon shaft I have ever loosed. Most of my targets are stump style targets, so when I miss, which happens often, my arrows are often finding their mark in mud, clay, and gravel. For 2 weeks they took a pounding, and the only damage that was done was some minor chipping in the outer wood grain finish. This was unfortunate, but understandable, as these arrows have been rattling into each other in nice tight groups. At the end of my test, I thought I would put them through the ringer by launching them into the riverbed. Normally I wouldn't stump shoot here, at this angle, as they are bound to hit rocks. I've shattered a few shafts down here, but I wanted to see if the Easton Axis Traditionals could take it. I launched a couple into the stones around my target to see how they'd take it, and honestly, I thought they'd be toast. Amazingly, I was wrong. They were tough as nails. The collars are all scuffed and chipped, but that was their purpose, so absolutely no complaints here. The shafts were as strong as ever. Feeling invincible, like my new Easton Axis Traditionals, I hop back for another round. Notice how much that target jumps around when you hit it with a 50-pound bow. I'm about to find my new arrow's weak spot. When the target changes angle, it lines up for the perfect shot. That arrow sounded different. On closer inspection, it was a direct hit. Down 1 arrow after 2 weeks. That's pretty good for me. For Archery Instinct reviewing the Easton Axis Traditional Arrow, I'm Edward Seaton. Thanks for watching.